Alright, so now we get the kit reveal for the last dark side clone trooper that's going to be added to the game, or at least for now, this latest release batch that we've had. So this one is RC-1362 Scorch. I already did the developer's insight, so if you want to check that out, unless you already did, then, you know, that's up right before this one. Maybe go take a look at it. If not, who cares? You want the kit reveal anyways, and that's what this is. So, let's get into it. Alright, first off, we have his basic is called Exterminate with Extreme Prejudice. One thing that's nice is they have animations back. What was it? Disguised Clone Trooper, he got ripped off. He just had words. Just text. There was no GIFs. So, here we go. Of course, the usual enemies. It's like a 3PO type, or B1, or something like that. And a Imperial probe droid. Why does he look so much different? This is Scorch? Why does he look way different than the thumbnail picture? Like, he's white and gold, and he's like the cool Power Ranger, and up in the top he's just like some doofus. Anyhow, final text: deal physical damage to target enemy and dispel all buffs from a random debuffed Empire ally. If the target enemy had Order 66, reduce the cooldowns of a random other non-galactic legend Empire ally by 1. So basically, Lord Vader doesn't count. But if he was under Tarkin lead, Tarkin could count because he's not a GL. Special 1, Breaching Charge, cooldown 3. So what is this? He just throws some bombs. Whee! Oh, he grabs 1, but somehow turns into 3. Watch this. Grabs 1. Boop. Now it's 3. Those are big too. There's no way those all fit in his hand. Come on. What is, his hand is almost closed, and he's got these 3 big bombs? Yeah, right. Final text: deal physical damage to all enemies. Inflict 2 stacks of damage over time for 2 turns, and off balance for 2 turns, which can't be copied. That's it, so it could be dispelled, prevented, or whatever else they always put. Special 2, Entrenched, cooldown 4. What was this one's cooldown? 3. Oh, so you can use that and then follow it up with this. So he just says, yes! And then gets some boosts. Alright, wow, that's really basic. Does it even do anything to the enemies? Is this just a boost thing to himself? It is. Scorch taunts for 2 turns. Recovers 25% health and protection and gains 5 stacks of Bulwark for 2 turns. Oh, wow, Bulwark. Because that gives you 150% defense per stack, which we learned that in the developer's insights. So 5 stacks. That's what, 600%? 750%? Jeez. I mean, if his defense is low, then 750 times low number is still kind of low, but still, it's a decent enough increase, though, regardless. Anyways, at the start of battle, if there was an allied Lord Vader or Grand Moff Tarkin in the leader slot and not in the ally slot, why would they be in the ally slot? That's dumb. Bulwark can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. There it is. So if they are for some reason in the ally slot, then it can only be not copied. But then if they are, they can't be dispelled or prevented. Dark side cloned allies gain protection up 25% for 2 turns. Bulwark, I already told you, it's plus 150% defense per stack. Lose 1 stack of Bulwark when receiving damage. That's the only thing though. Like, this is a cool buff, but like it can be very quickly dispelled, and it's kind of very temporary, you know what I mean? Like, you want to have the stacks, but at the same time, like, the whole point is for damage, so that's why you want them, but then they get dispelled right away as soon as you take that damage. I don't know. Anyways, unique 1, following protocol. This has a Zeta and an Omicron, and based on the developer's insights, we know that Omicron is for Grand Arena. I think he's designed to work better under Tarkin in 5v5 Grand Arenas. So, anyways, let's just get into it. Final text. At the start of each encounter, Scorch taunts for 2 turns. What? Oh, at the start of each encounter. I thought that was saying turn at first. I was like, what's the point of his other move where he can taunt them? That's pointless. But no, encounter just means when the battle starts. So he's going to start taunting. While Scorch is taunting, he has plus 25% defense and tenacity. Whenever he loses taunt, he gains 25% bonus protection for 2 turns. While he has Bulwark, he is immune to speed down, stagger, and stun. Well, those are some random things to be immune to, but I guess that's cool. Being immune to something is good, you know. Whenever an enemy dispels taunt from Scorch, they are inflicted with Order 66 for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. If that enemy was a Jedi, Order 66 instead lasts for 4 turns. Okay. And it can't be dispelled or anything? Wow, so that's just on you. That's basically like a permanent buff at that point. Whenever a damage over time inflicted by Scorch expires, he gains 10% bonus protection for 2 turns. At the start of battle, if there is an ally Grand Moff Tarkin gains 200% potency. Scorch assists whenever Tarkin uses an ability, and the first time Tarkin would be defeated, he instead gains Deflective Ward for 2 turns, or until he receives damage, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and recovers 50% health and protection. So, Scorch is great for Tarkin. Is this the Omicron part? Usually it makes it clear. Whoa, holy crap, this thing's long. Where's the Omicron part, though? Like, is it this? At the start of battle, blah, 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 Grand Moff Tarkin gets all this stuff? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Wow, so that's just normal? Grand Moff Tarkin gets all that? That's kind of crazy, because the whole point of these new dark side clones are to be like Lord Vader lifters, or whatever you want to call them, the Lord Vader team, but this is awesome right here for Tarkin. I mean, Tarkin does suck, though, so I guess, you know, even with all these boosts, he's still gonna suck. I don't know. Anyways, while in Grand Arenas, Scorch gains 50% max protection, max health, and tenacity. Whenever he loses taunt, all dark side clone trooper allies recover 15% health and protection. Whenever he gains taunt, he dispels all debuffs on himself, and all other dark side clone trooper allies gain 10% turn meter. Whenever he uses Entrenched, he gains an additional 5 stacks of Bulwark. Oh, okay, that's cool. So that's something that he gets Bulwark from that one move, and then when he uses Entrenched, he can get 5 more. So that's good. So I don't think that ever really stacks. He's at 10 or whatever, but that means he can keep himself pretty stacked up with this. That means every time he's taking damage, it's always going to be reduced because he has a lot more defense. Anyhow, the first time each other non-galactic Legend Empire ally is reduced to 50% health, Scorch taunts for 2 turns, and that ally recovers 100% health and protection. Huh. Yeah, these new characters are supposed to be lifters for Lord Vader, but his kit almost sounds way better if he's working with Tarkin. 1, there's the direct correlation to Tarkin right here. And then 2, this is the second move that says for all other non-galactic legends. Well, Lord Vader is a GL, so this doesn't apply to him. And the other thing wouldn't apply to him, but it would still work with Tarkin. He's not a GL. So, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, then again, this is just 1 character out of 4. I forgot everybody else's kits, but, you know, just because one guy works great with Tarkin doesn't mean anything, but still. I think the whole point, too, is they wanted him to be good with Tarkin in Grand Arenas, so obviously they're going to beef his kit up to really coincide with that. Anyways, comments. What do we got? Loading. I wish you guys would put buff descriptions for all non-standard buffs in a kit. In the kit reveals, as I don't remember what Reflective Ward is, and I'd rather not try to track it down. Yes, I think this all the time too. Like, I'm not a kit expert here. I don't know all these things. I mean, this last thing alone, they have tons of stuff in here that I'm like, what does that do? What does that do? What does that do? And I'm assuming that they're gonna tell us about it, and that it never happens. Like for example, where is it? It was. Well, the one that person said that they were like, I don't know what that does. I don't know what it does either. Where the heck is it? Obviously I know what defense and tenacity are. I know what gaining bonus protection is. Speed down, stagger, and stun. We know what that is. I thought there was 2 things. Bulwark. Are you serious? There was a couple of things when I was going through this kit that I didn't know what they did, and I thought they would talk about them. And now that I'm trying to talk about it because somebody's comment, and now I can't find them. This is annoying. But anyways, yeah, they do this all the time, though. They always talk about random abilities, and it's like, I don't know what that is. Like, give me a little bit of a reminder. You can't just use these words and think I'm supposed to know what this does. Oh, cool, you gained this. I don't know what that does, but sure. Okay, I don't know where any of this went now all of a sudden. So that's annoying. Scorch's powers, protection, tenacity, entrenched, he gains an additional of that. Wow, okay, cool. There was all kinds of words while I was reading this thing, and now all of a sudden I can't find them. That's annoying. But anyways, as this guy is saying here, you know, I don't know what reflective ward is, and I don't know what some other thing was that they said. Like, tell me what it is. Don't make me have to remember all this crap. I don't know who has reflective ward. Like this guy says, I'd rather not try to track it down. I don't even know where to look. How would I track it down? I don't know. Anyways, with Scorch coming to the game as the first clone commando, what are the odds we see more coming to the game? Example, Delta Squad. Yeah, who knows? It could happen, maybe not. I desperately hope so. That's such an iconic squad. Deflective ward. Damage reduced, received is reduced to 1. Great, now release the rest of the Delta Squad so once in your life, you lot could say that you did something for the community of this game. I mean, it wouldn't be for me. I don't really care about clones. I like Star Wars for Jedi and Sith, not for clones. Is bonus protection in the first unique scaling off max health like protection up, or his max protection where he won't have any other Lord Vader lead but will under Tarkin? What? That's a confusing question. Hear me out. I like the kit, but this doesn't address the Order 66 issue. For started Order 66 doesn't last long enough to benefit from it. Now I get the extra damage over time, but that's easily cleansed off. I guess it's balanced, but once the datacron is gone, it might be hard to keep this debuff up. You appear to have found a typo. It definitely seems to refer to Ahsoka's ultimate ability. Deflective ward. Damage received is reduced to 1. Makes sense. Wow, makes sense. Spare Tarkin and make him harder to kill. See, I would have never guessed that this was in Ahsoka's ultimate. Like, what a random area to look. Aside from helping you, this kit is weird. It's almost it almost incentives using Tarkin over one of the other clones in the Vader lineup. We have to juggle losing some of Appo's utility over the potential cooldown spam Tarkin provides. This also leaves Leia as the undisputed GL queen, which is odd considering Vader is your new baby. GL Thrawn better fix this. Leia is bloated and boring. Leia's bloated and boring. What are you talking about? She's pretty cool. And GL Thrawn, is that actually coming, or is this guy just making stuff up? Hey, how about letting us use Lord Vader in the raid? CG talks about thematic and continuity for the raids, but throwing pirates in there just throws that out the window. The new raid is already a mess. You okay, CG? You need some help? Jar Jar? What about Jar Jar? We have Jar Jar now. Like, you can't make that joke anymore. That only worked before when we didn't have Jar Jar. Now he's in the game, and unfortunately, he kind of sucks. Anyways, there it was. Kit reveal for Scorch. Seems to be very synergetic with Tarkin, which is fine. He is one of the two options, him and Lord Vader. But it does seem kind of weird how Lord Vader is supposed to be getting lots of utility from these guys. But whatever. Anyways, that is all I got. So thanks for checking this out with me. And until next time, I said see ya.